Hello and welcome back to Dragon Quest World Tutorials. I'm Coach GZ, and in this video we're going to go up against the new Mega Monster, so that is going to be Dragon Wu. So for this particular battle, what I want to do is actually use the same team I did in a previous Mega Monster video. That is going to be my non-attribute team. So this team actually has worked out quite well for this against this particular Mega Monster, so that's why I want to feature it here. Though there are some minor changes in terms of the actual soul pearls that I do use. So the soul pearls I'll be using here are going to be geared toward doing damage toward dragons. But pretty much over here, I'm going to have my Demon Swordsman equipped with the Galaxy Blade. So again, Galaxy Blade is going to have High King Slash. This is going to actually do some pretty good damage. Also, buffing up this character is going to actually be quite good in terms of doing damage later on in the battle, so hopefully being able to take the Mega Monster out with one fell swoop. Then over here, going to have my ninja equipped with the Angel Guillotine, so this is actually quite good for one, getting negative limit break, and also lowering the physical damage resistance of the enemy. So hopefully I'm able to do that in this particular battle, so we'll see what happens. Not only that, also getting shadow weaves as well. That actually does really help out, especially if I can do that in the beginning of, like, in round 1 or 2, depending on how much damage I do. So that's actually something that I would like to try to do. Then over here, going to have my High Priest equipped with the Angel Rod. Again, going to be using Ultra Hustle Dance to heal the allies and also possibly charming the enemy. So that's actually going to be quite good here. Then if I do get shares, definitely I will be using shares to increase my defenses, so I will use Skada to increase defenses of my characters. Then over here, going to have an Archmage equipped with the Uroboro staff. So here, pretty much first I will be using Lugani to lower the damage resistance of the enemy. Then also I'm going to actually be using, of course, Meteora. So that can actually be quite good, since Meteora can lower defenses and also spell resistance as well, making this spell more effective. So hopefully things do go well with this battle. So with that said, if you want to know more about this team, you can look down in the video description down below. So now what I want to do is actually take a look at this new Mega Monster. So that is going to be Dragon Wu. I have him over here in my ruler list, so right here. So Dragon Wu is going to be recommended for level 60 special classes. Going to be, like the name implies, going to be a dragon type character, going to have around 320,000 HP, 2 to 3 actions per turn. So for this battle, I'm using non-attribute weapons, but his true weakness is going to be Boggy, and then after that, Jibadia. So I will probably make a video at least on one of those two attributes. Then in terms of the actual abilities of Dragon Wu, its main ability is going to be called Dragon Kempo Futada, which is going to be Dragon Kempo Double Strike. So what this does around 350 physical damage twice to all characters, and has a chance to lower their breath resistance by 1 rank. So that's something that's going to be used a little bit later in the battle. After that, its next ability is going to be Dragon Kempo Keiraku Dachi, which is going to be Dragon Kempo Meridian Cut. So this does around 300 physical damage to all characters with a chance of removing a buff. So this particular move he uses right in the beginning of the battle to actually remove buffs. So I actually have to be careful of what buffs I have on, especially with my Demon Swordsman, especially since I want to do major damage to the enemy. Then after that, next ability is going to be Dragon Kempo Suiken, which is Dragon Kempo Drunken Fist. So with this increased Dragon Wu's evasion rate, skill power, and resistance to all attributes by 1 rank. Not only that, all of the debuffs that it had on before are actually removed once it actually performs this particular move. Something else about the damage scores I have here. This is going to be before he uses Drunken Fist. So pretty much after Drunken Fist, the actual damage can be higher than what I have here. After that, he's going to have Giga Kabuto Wari, which is going to be Giga Armor Break. So this does around 200 physical damage to all characters and has a chance to lower their defenses by 1 rank. So this is going to be used later in the battle, so I haven't seen it actually too much, but this can actually be quite devastating, especially if he's able to get another round of attacks after this one, after this particular attack. After that, he's going to have a Ganseki Otoshi, which is a boulder drop. So this does around 270 Dojibari of physical damage to all characters. Again, going to be used later in the battle. After that is going to have Hidama Storm, Hikyu Storm, so Fireball Storm. So with this does Mera Breath damage to random characters 4 times for around 150 damage each. Then after that, he's going to have a Kogoeru Fubuki, which is Ice Storm. So this does around 250 to 300 Shadow Breath damage to all characters. Then he's also going to have a Zenshin de Oshitsubushita, which is a Body Crush. This does around 250 physical damage to all characters. And of course, it's going to have a regular attack, which does around 250 to 300 physical damage to 1 character. So that is going to be a lot there. So here are notes for this particular battle. So you want to, if you actually do have them, use buff removal skills or extreme focus to deal damage to the enemy. So buff removal skills, those would be the Magical Treasure Sword, for example, has that ability to remove buffs. The Blade of Ramius has the ability to remove buffs. And so I forgot the name of the staff, but also there's a staff that is able to remove buffs. The only thing I know is that besides the Magical Treasure Sword, which is Buggy and Hero base, the actual Blades of Ramius are going to be EO based, which is not necessarily recommended for this particular battle, but it can technically be used just to try to remove the buffs. Hopefully, if you are successful with removing them, if the high evasion rate is not going to prevent that from that happening. But definitely you want to try to remove buffs if you have weapons that can do so. Then after that, you can actually use Manusa to cast Illusion on the enemy. So in that case, he will actually miss a lot of the damage or a lot of the attacks that he tries to do. So that is possible. So again, with Manusa, before I was using the Dimension Dragon Battle Fan for Flash Bazooka to actually inflict that on the enemy. That actually did work. For here, I'm not sure if I will use Manusa. This team actually does go in pretty well. Then after that, you can actually use Protective Light to prevent the effects of Meridian Cut. So for example, if you do have the Shield of the Legendary Hero, you can actually put Protective Light on, and even though he uses Meridian Cut, you actually will not lose your buffs, so that's actually quite good. Then after that, pretty much just like with the Great Whale King, you want to move forward through the bingo in order to get the perks for fighting Dragon Wu. So I actually have gone through the perks or through the bingo cards, have finished the first card, and I do actually have a resistance perk against Dragon Wu. So you will see that in this particular video. Then of course you want to use Gear, Souls, and Soul Pearls to get damage and resistances toward Dragon type enemies. So that's going to be that there. So pretty much this team is going to work out well. So it worked out well for the Great Whale King, so it should work out well here since this is the team that I have been using. But I want to get started with this particular battle, so here we go. Okay, so here we go with this battle against the Dragon Wu. So here, like I said, this battle should actually be no problem. So here I do have that buff, so here going to go ahead and start attacking with my ninja. So here, let's see, there I did get a direct hit, so my fate level should go up. So here what I'll do is I will go ahead and I'm actually going to go ahead and I'm going to use Stimmy. And then here I do have a multicast. So what I want to do here is I'm actually going to go ahead and cast Chanted Magical Echoes and just going to go ahead bypass Rukani and just go ahead and attack. So there got lowered spell resistance. And then got an Echo, so 3 spells in a row. Okay, so good there. So here what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go use Encore again on my ninja. And hopefully, let's see what happens here. If I can get a Shadow Weave, that would help out there. But there, got another direct hit. So Fate level is now at max. So I do have chances of getting the negative limit break. So there, that was a Meridian cut. So I actually did have my buff removed on my Demon Swordsman. Regular hit, attack that missed. And there, no problems. So here again, going to go ahead and attack. Again, direct hit, so 3 direct hits in a row. Here, again, I have to reapply a Stimmy. And here got another, I did get another ulticast, so again, I'm going to cast Mirora. And again, 3 spells in a row. And here what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and use Ultra Hustle Dance. So with this here, hopefully I can get a charm, no charms. But here got a Saint Echo and again, no charms, but I did get a defense boost. But pretty much this coming turn, we're going to see Drunken Fist. So that spell resistance is going to actually go away. Be replaced with increased evasion rate, increased skill damage, and then also resistance to all attributes. Okay. So that there. So next, again, going to try to go ahead and try to debuff the enemy. Hopefully it doesn't miss. Okay, got it in. So here, going to use Transcendent Fighting Spirit. And then after that, I will be using Super Gather Strength. Here, what I want to do is actually, I want to go ahead and try using Rukani to see if that goes in. So that actually does go in. I was able to get it. And here, hopefully, with Ultra Hustle Dance here, I can get a charm. We'll see what happens. Okay, no charms, but pretty much my characters are up at full HP. And here, now Dragon Roo is under 50% health. So there goes Ice Storm, so breath damage. So there goes Body Crush. And a third attack, so a regular attack there. So that's actually fine. So here, going to go ahead and attack again. So another direct hit, so getting direct hits quite a bit. And then also got to negative limit break as well. So here what I'll do is go ahead use Super Gather Strength. And here what I'll do is go ahead, try using Rukani again. So that missed, but no echo. So here just going to go ahead and use Ultra Hustle Dance. But here got a Saint Echo and no charm. Okay, so there. So there goes Boulder Drop. And here, going to go ahead and attack. Okay, that time it missed. But here, I'm going to go ahead and use Extreme Karma. And hopefully I can do some major damage with this attack here. Okay, 85,000, that's actually not so bad. But here what I want to do is, here I'm actually just going to go ahead, use Meteora. So 13,000 damage there, and 11,000 damage there, so about 24,000 damage. And here what I'll do is, I'm actually just going to go ahead, use Ultra Hustle Dance. And pretty much next turn, Dragon Wu should be going down. But there goes Double Strike, so its strongest ability. But like I said, with this coming turn, he should be going down. So there, 10,000 damage. And a Shadow Clone technique. But it missed there. So here, hopefully if this actually connects, this should be it. And yes, got him. So 36,000 damage. Okay. So this Mega Monster is worth 40,806 XP. So this is a Blue Soul, and here I got an A. Okay, so that was my battle against Dragon Wu. So things didn't go exactly like the way that I had planned. I was hoping to get actually a bit more debuffs on the enemy, so I would be able to do more damage with my Demon Swordsman. But still, that battle still went fine. At the very end, when after using Double Strike, I actually did lose my healer, but pretty much with the HP that it had left, that actually was no problem. But pretty much doing a lot of good damage with my ninja, pretty much getting a lot of direct hits throughout the battle. I did have a couple of misses, but with my Demon Swordsman, did some pretty good damage with one strike, so about 89,000 damage or so. Then also with my Archmage, actually was doing some pretty good damage with Meteora, so did get multicast twice in a row, so that really did help out with doing damage to the enemy here. So in the best case scenario, I would have done more damage to Dragon Wu with my Demon Swordsman. So in something that I did in another recording that I had no commentary with, I actually was able to do over 400,000 damage to Dragon Wu with just one strike from High King Slash. So definitely it is possible. But yeah, so that is my team, or this particular non-attribute team against Dragon Wu. But yeah, so definitely I will be making another video on this particular Mega Monster. Definitely going to try using Baki, and also try using an older weapon to lower attack power, so since he's going to be using a lot of physical attacks. So we'll see what happens there. But I'm going to go ahead and end this video here, so thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.